We've all seen the awesome things that you can do with AI, but when it comes to video editing, it's harder than it looks. There are some platforms out there like Creatomate that allows you to automatically edit videos with API access, but they're pretty costly. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use FFmpeg, which is a free open source video editor, directly in n8n to automatically edit your videos with AI. So what exactly can you do with FFmpeg? Well, you can create screenshots, video cuts, you can do stitching videos together, you can add music, voiceovers, subtitles, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a really versatile platform and it's all using code rather than an actual video editor, so you can automate the process in your n8n workflows. So how exactly can we do this? Well, there are two main ways we can achieve this outcome. The first one is using a server that is already running FFmpeg, and this is a little bit easier. You then don't need to self-host n8n yourself. You can just use somebody else's. It is going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's very, very cheap. Or the second way is you can self-host n8n and then install FFmpeg, and then you have unlimited executions. The other benefit is that you do have more versatility with the self-hosted version. You have more features and things that you can do. You are a little bit limited when you're using the one that's built on someone else's server, but you can still get all the basics done. And I'm going to show you how to do both in this video. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so the website we're going to be using is called fal.ai. Essentially, this is the website that's going to allow us to use FFmpeg without having to install it ourselves. It is going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's super, super cheap. As you can see here, if we click on Explore and we type in FFmpeg, we have all the different models that we can use, and you can click on them and you can see the price 0.0002 cents per compute second. So very, very cheap to do these video edits. And this is going to allow you to add audio and video, extract frames, change the audio file, waveform, get the metadata, and then also compose, which is like creating clips and putting them together. So super, super useful. Really, really cheap, and this is how you're going to do it in n8n. So I'll put a link in the description and you can download this workflow if you want to do that, but I'm also just going to go over it in this video and show you how it works. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, but I'm going to walk through all the different modules and show you exactly how it works. So first off, we just have the execute node. Then we're going to grab video files from Airtable. You can use any system you want to grab video files. We just need a URL that we can give to fal.ai to actually grab the video and do something with it. So I just have an Airtable with a bunch of video files and I grabbed them from this node. So once we have that, we then go to the next one, which is grabbing the metadata. So this is the first interaction with fal.ai. So first off, you're going to need an API key. So you're going to come here, click here, API key, add, and I'll call this temp2 because I already made it temp1. And we can create the key, copy it, come back here. And for the headers, we're just going to need to put our key in right here. And it's an authorization. You need to put key at the beginning, and you need another header, content type, application JSON. And it's going to be a post method. It's going to be this URL right here. And as you can see, we have the URL from, if we look up FFmpeg and we come down to metadata, this is the URL right here. And we just added the q.fal.run before it. And so that's the full URL. Then we scroll down and we have the media URL. So this is the URL that we're giving it from, in this case, Airtable. But again, you can use really whatever system you want to give it the URLs. We then want to paste that right here. And in this case, it's a expression. So it's going to grab all three of them from the three different items that we have. Then it's going to wait 5 seconds to make sure that's actually completed. We're then going to get the results to check that it's completed. And that's super simple. We're just doing a GET request. And after this first one has been created, we'll see here we have request ID, response URL, status URL, cancel URL. So we're going to use the status URL, and this link is going to allow us to see the status of the request that we just sent. So in this case, we check and we just use a GET request. Again, authorization, put our key in, and it's then going to give us the status right here, which we can see status is completed. We then have a little check to make sure that status is completed. If it's not, it's going to loop back over until it is done. Then we're going to use the link that it gave us, which is the response underscore URL. And that's going to give us the actual data of the video. So in this case, we have get video data. It's going to be another get request. And it's going to be the response URL. And then we have, again, authorization key and the API key, content type, application. We don't need a body here. And so this is going to give us a bunch of information about the actual file. And now we can take this, we can run it through some code. So again, I'm going to put all the stuff in the description so you can download this. But if you don't want to download it, you can just create this yourself as well. I basically just asked ChatGPT to do this for me. But essentially we have the output string right here. And the way this is framed, if we come to compose, we can see all the information that it's going to require from us. So I basically just told ChatGPT to make me a custom piece of code that will, depending on how many items we have, create a different JSON file for the number of items that we need. And it's going to map them one after another in terms of their timestamps and the length of the videos. And so that's basically what this does. And again, we can see execute step, that's going to run. Then we're going to take that information and we're going to run it through this fal AI compose. And so very simple, we have a post method, we have the URL here, FFmpeg compose, and again, authorization, key, content type, JSON, JSON body, and then that file that our code just made for us, we're going to put it right here. That is then going to create and combine the videos. And then we're going to go through the same system again where we're checking for the results. We're seeing it's completed. Once it's completed, we're going to get the final result. So we can see here, we'll let this run. It's going to wait 5 seconds. It's going to get the result, and it resulted in completed. So then it got the result. And then we have the video URL and thumbnail URL of our newly added created video. So now we can actually check out the video if we want to see it. So we're going to download it. To download it, you just do a get request and put in the video URL. Super simple. It's going to come up here just in a second. It's downloading the video. Shouldn't take too long. This will be a pretty quick video. I just put 3 different clips together. And yeah, this is going to be basically the first section of the video creation. So this is going to allow you to create and add clips together, but this isn't going to have any audio. So next I'm going to show you how to do that. But as you can see here, the video has been downloaded. We can click download and we can actually watch the video. That was a different video, but we'll download it again here. Make sure we get the right one. And yeah, as you can see here, we can hit play, and this is the first clip. This is the second clip. And there's one more clip right there. There's 3 clips. So it just took all those clips that we gave it from our Airtable, and it combined all of them together and gave us the link. We downloaded the link, and now we can move on to the next step, which is adding music. So again, in my Airtable, I have music files already saved. So we can grab the actual music file. I just give it the record ID. It's then going to use the request where if we go back to fal.ai, we have the merge audio and video. So we're calling that HTTP request right here. And that's, again, same thing, post method, URL, we have it right here, merge audio and video. We put our headers in, authorization, our key, content type. And then for the JSON, it's a little bit different, but we're going to be giving the video URL. So this is taking a little second to load, but essentially this video URL that we got right here from our get video data, we're going to give that to the model. And then the audio URL is going to be the audio URL that we got from the Airtable. And that's going to allow us to then combine both of those. And then again, it's going to do the same thing where it's going to wait. It's going to get the result. If it's completed, it's going to continue. If it's not, it's going to loop it back. And then we're going to get the completed video right here. So I will run the rest of the automation, and it might take a second. Okay, there we go. The video is now done. And as you can see here, we have the video URL, and we can take that again and we can do another HTTP request, and we can actually download that video. That's going to be loading, so we'll just do it this way. Put the URL in here. It's going to download. It's going to take a second. And we can see that it's done. And now we can check out the video. And there you go. We got some music in the video, and we have the 3 clips. Change it back to back to back. So this really opens up a whole bunch of possibilities of what you can do in terms of creating videos. And again, this is super simple. You don't need to install FFmpeg. You don't need to self-host n8n. You can just run this in your regular n8n automations and get the same result. Okay, and now we're going to go into how to self-host n8n and install FFmpeg. This is pretty simple. Not going to lie, it took me a ridiculous amount of time the first few times I did this, but I've got it down pat now, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that to save a lot of time. Okay, so I use DigitalOcean to host my n8n droplets. It's super simple to set up. So all you're going to want to do is log in, create an account, add your payment details, and go to create new droplet. And this is going to then allow you to select the region, pick the one that's closest to you so you have the best server access. Click on Marketplace when you get here and just type in n8n. This is going to allow you to do a quick install. Select n8n. I just do regular $6 per month. Type in a password and hit create. And then we're going to have the droplet being created. It shouldn't take too long, maybe about a minute or so. Once this is done, I will let you guys know. All right, so that's done. It took about a minute. And basically, once this is set up, you're going to want to click on your IPv4 address, hit copy, and you are going to need a custom domain name for this. So in this case, I'm using Porkbun. All you're going to do is create a record, type the name as whatever you want. In this case, we'll do FFmpeg vid, and the answer is just going to be the IP address you just copied. There we go. It's been added. Now you're going to want to come back here and you're going to want to click on console. Now this is going to open up a little console window where you can actually interact with your server. So this may take a minute to load, but I'll let you guys know when it's done. Okay, there we go. It's connecting. I just had to turn my VPN off until I wasn't connecting before. But we have the subdomain, so we put in FFmpeg vid as our subdomain, and our domain is just my website, infinitysky.ai, and an email, we'll just do email at 123@live.ca. We usually have to configure time zone. In this case, we won't. You can if you want. And it's going to now install n8n. So this will take a minute, and again, I will come back when it's done. All right, there we go. That took about a minute. Now we're going to throw some commands in here. So I have these commands all written down. I'm going to give them to you guys in the description as well, along with the file for the other n8n template. But basically, we're going to want to update our system. So we're going to want to do sudo apt update, hit enter. That's going to do some updates. Shouldn't take very long at all. Once that's done, we're going to want to find our Docker compose file. So I'll show you guys how to do that. We're going to want to type in, cd/opt, and then we're going to want to do ls. That's going to list out all the files, all the folders, and we're going to want to do cd n8n-docker-caddy. That's going to put us in that folder, and then we're going to list out the files again. And as you can see, we have docker compose.yml. So now we're going to type in nano docker-compose.yml. That's going to allow us to edit the file. So now we're going to want to come down to the section where it says image docker.n8n.io/n8nio/n8n. We're going to want to delete this. And we're going to want to put in this file right here, this name. So leave image and then put in n8n-with-ffmpeg:\latest. And then once you're done, hit the little up arrow and X. I don't even know the name of that one, to be honest. And then hit Y to confirm the save and the file name. Hit enter, and then we are done editing that file. Good. Next up, we're going to need to edit the Docker file. So we're already in the n8n Docker caddy. We can just do nano Docker file. It's going to open up a new file, and we're just going to paste in this code again that I'm going to give you guys. And same thing, we're going to want to exit out, hit yes, hit save, and then we're going to rebuild with our new Docker and FFmpeg. So we just paste in this right here. We have Docker build -t, and then our new build name, and then Docker compose up. And we're going to hit enter. It's now going to rebuild, And that's pretty much it, guys. It is that simple. Like I said, this took me hours to do the first time, but once you figure it out, once you do it the right way, it's super easy. So now this is done, and our n8n server is up and running, and it also has FFmpeg installed. Now we can go to FFmpeg vid.infinitysky.ai, and this is going to open up our server, and we just need to create an account. All right, and we're in our new n8n server, and now we can do start from scratch, and we can open up a new workflow, and then I can show you guys here. You can test to see that FFmpeg is in fact installed. It's super simple. All you're going to want to do is create an execute node and then test the version. So we're going to click the add button right here, type in execution data, type in execute command, and then we're going to type in FFmpeg and then -version and hit execute. And as you can see here, we have the FFmpeg version 6.1.2 and it is installed. So there we go. FFmpeg installed on your n8n server. Again, super easy if you know what you're doing. From here, again, there's endless possibilities. The best way to edit videos and do things with FFmpeg in n8n that I found is just using ChatGPT and going back and forth and asking it to create you custom commands for whatever it is that you want to do. You know, maybe you want to cut a video so it's only 4 seconds and then add it to a clip of another video, and maybe you want to add some text on screen. Whatever it is, there's so many variations, there's so many different things you can do. If you guys want a video on some more examples of that, I can do that as well. But yeah, I personally just use ChatGPT to help me with that. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, links for everything will be below, and you can install this and use yourself. And I hope this helped you guys out. Peace.